Hanji, the second law of this is the law of definite proportion. Beta ji, when the Lavoisier done this law of conservation of mass, he done the work with other scientists and noted that many compounds were composed of two or more elements, and each such compound had the same element in the same proportion. So they have worked on that, and in 1799, J.L. Proust has given the law of definite proportions. What is the definite proportion law? It states that a chemical compound is always made up of same elements combined together in the same fixed proportion by mass. We take the example, it will be easy. By the example, carbon react with oxygen to form carbon dioxide. This is one way of release of carbon dioxide. The carbon dioxide may be released by the respiration. Carbon dioxide may be released by various method, by when the calcium carbonate decompose. In the previous law we have seen it releases carbon dioxide. It releases by the burning of fuel in automobiles. So, but when we see the ratio of carbon and oxygen combining, in the carbon dioxide, the carbon having the mass 12 and the oxygen, the two atom of oxygen is there, so it will be 32. So the ratio of combining is 3:8. So the carbon dioxide produced by any method, maybe by burning of fuel, maybe by respiration, the ratio will be always 3:8. We can take one more example. Water. You know that water is formed when the hydrogen react with oxygen and it forms water. In the water, the ratio of hydrogen and oxygen is 1:8. The mass of the hydrogen is 2. The mass of the oxygen is 16. So the ratio is 1:8. So beta ji, the water may be of any type. It may be rain water, it may be tap water, it may be any type of water, water of India, water of Europe, any water. The ratio of hydrogen and oxygen is always 1:8. So this shows that in a chemical compound, the same element combined together in the same fixed proportion by mass. This is called the law of definite proportion. After the two laws, there are atomic theory given by the Dalton. John Dalton was born in 1766 in England and began his career as a teacher. He teaches mathematics, physics and chemistry, and then he became principal also. He has given the atomic theory, studied on atom and given atomic theory. What are the postulates of this theory? The first one is the matter is made up of very tiny particle called atoms, you know that, and the atom participates in the chemical reaction. In the first definition I have told you that atom is the smallest particle which participate in a chemical reaction. Atoms are indivisible. Indivisible matlab it cannot be break down further. Atom are indivisible particle which cannot be created or destroyed in a chemical reaction. Atom of a given, the third postulate, atoms of a given elements are identical in mass and chemical properties. इसका मतलब क्या है? What is the meaning of this? Atoms of a given elements are identical in mass and chemical property. Suppose I am taking the element carbon. The carbon element is made up of carbon atoms. So all the atom of the carbon elements are identical in mass and chemical property. If I take element hydrogen, if I take element oxygen, all the atoms of these elements are same, identical in mass and chemical properties. Next postulate, atom of different elements have different mass and different chemical properties. Of course beta, the atom of carbon has different masses and chemical properties. The atom of hydrogen has different masses and chemical property, and oxygen have different masses and chemical property.